Today is a rare occasion. We're looking at a modern anime series, something that came out in the last decade, actually something that came out last year. Lycoris Recoil. I saw this mentioned in a couple of comments from you guys, and it was already on my watch list, so I was like, hey, alright, let's dive in this week and check this out. The series is about this secret organization called Lycoris, and yeah, that is the English pronunciation. I watched just enough of the English dub to hear how they pronounced it. Lycoris is a secret organization that basically they take in young orphan girls and train them to be killers, assassins. But they're good assassins, right? They're taking down criminals, they're taking down terrorists, and protecting the peace of Tokyo. Why young girls? Well, they're kind of hidden in plain sight. They look like just high school students in school uniforms, but nobody would suspect them to be packing heat and, kind of working in the shadows, so to speak, hidden in plain sight. At the very beginning of the anime, we see a very tense situation. We see one of our main heroines, Takina, and her squad basically in a room full of armed bad guys. One of their squad mates, their friends, this other teenage girl, she's about to get killed in front of them. Now, Takina decides to save her friend, but doing so, she's going against orders from her superiors. So she wastes all the bad guys in the room, and she gets punished for it. Because apparently the higher-ups in this organization cared more about whatever intel they could get from the bad guys than the life of this girl who works for them. Pretty messed up, and there's definitely something very wrong with this organization. But Takina gets banned from her squad, she gets banned from headquarters, and they send her off to kind of shadow this other agent, Chisato, our other main protagonist. Which is an odd choice because Chisato, even though she is like the number one Lycoris of all time, she doesn't do things by the books herself. She refuses to kill people, she doesn't go to HQ, she kind of runs this cafe with a couple of adults who are also affiliated with this organization, and she kind of lives the most peaceful life she can. She has special rubber bullets that don't kill people, they're non-lethal, and she's concerned with doing good for the world, and she will not kill anyone. And this makes a lot of people very angry at the organization. So again, I don't know why they sent Takina to be with her, but it is the beginning of a budding friendship. They quickly become best of friends and partners, and maybe more than that. This series is a roller coaster. One moment it's this charming, cute slice of life, and then the next is this really dark, very serious action drama with lots of death and just heartbreaking situations. It's really, it'll give you whiplash. It's like super cute and charming and peaceful, and then super dark and messed up. There are those shocking, abrupt moments that happen so fast where all of a sudden it's just like you see some of these teenage girls just get killed, and then we're back to the happy-go-lucky cutesy stuff the next scene. And to be honest, this is something that it sort of rubbed me the wrong way in the beginning. It really needed that 3-episode treatment to draw me in. By the middle of the series, I was absolutely hooked. I was fully engaged, I was fully invested in this thing, for better or worse. I was hooked. But in the beginning, I wasn't so sure how to feel about it, how I feel about this plot involving these young girls being given guns and sometimes being treated disposably, and yeah, it was a little messed up. And probably if I were a teenager, I wouldn't really care, but me being a 30-something-year-old man with a teenage daughter of my own, I think it sort of hit differently. But as the series goes on, no, it's not really glorified. Yes, it is very cool seeing some of these girls in action, seeing our characters just do this unbelievably cool stuff like blast through walls and just shoot enemies. The action scenes are very, very cool, very nicely done. Sometimes a little bit too much so. Sometimes it's just a little bit unbelievable. The other problem I had right away from the beginning was Chisato's almost inhuman ability to dodge bullets. It's like, how is she dodging bullets, dude? There's no way. You just gotta suspend your belief for a minute. But this is also addressed, and everybody else thinks it's crazy too. But it's not that she's dodging bullets. She is just sort of a genius, and she can predict when and where people are going to shoot, so she moves out of the way before they fire, that kind of thing. So they explain it. Okay, I can buy into that. The other thing though is like her non-lethal bullets. Somehow they'll like shoot through steel, but they won't pierce human flesh. It doesn't make sense at all. I still need someone to explain that to me. Yeah, sometimes we just see our heroes do the most impossible things. It's just like, there ain't no way, man. There ain't no way. But it still makes for some really cool action scenes. And then just going back and forth, man. Somebody said this was like K-On! With guns. That's how it feels sometimes. It's just like this really charming slice of life half the time. And then the other half the time it's this action, this brutal stuff and really intense stuff. So yeah, going back and forth, it might mess with you a little bit, but somehow it will just grip you. It will hit you right in the heart, and it'll keep you engaged with all the action. But also you just really begin to care about these characters. Chisato, man, she's like such a lovable and inspiring character. She's just full of life. She's just exploding with life and positivity, even in the most adverse situations, in the most devastating, scary, painful situations. She puts on a smile and she keeps that positive outlook on life, and she still refuses to kill people, and sometimes that's very, very frustrating. But basically her goodness, that purity about her, just rubs off on other people as well, and I think that's a very positive message. Positivity is infectious, so is negativity. So which one are you going to be? Be like Chisato. Put on a smile, be good to other people, even if you don't like them, even if they're terrible. We should do our best. Yeah, it's very heartfelt. It's great to see kind of the relationship between the two protagonists bloom, especially when Takina really was just going through such hard times, and she was not real quick to be friends with Chisato, and just feeling really down about her situation and getting kicked out of her squad and everything. But Chisato just wins her over so quickly and so strongly by the end of things, and she just has that effect on people. And it's great to see all these different relationships, and there are other characters introduced. There's strong character development all over the place. Characters you hate at first that you come to understand. You might forgive them, you might come to like them in some cases. A lot of plot twists that I'm not going to go into here because I don't want to spoil anything. The whole time you're going to be wondering, does this have a happy ending or a sad ending? It's going to mess with you. It's going to get to you. You're going to get emotional. I promise you're going to get emotional over this thing, but I'm not going to tell you if it has a happy or sad ending, because you just need to watch the entire season and find out. I will say I don't think it's any secret there's going to be another season, so take that as you may. I guess we all have to wait and see if there's a happy ending at the end of this series, because who knows how long this thing is going to go on for. My understanding is there's no manga. This is an original anime series, and they can go in any direction they want with it. I'm excited to see where it goes. So far, yeah, season 1, 13 episodes, brilliant. I wasn't sure at first, but I really, really loved this series by the end of it, so highly recommended. If you like action, if you like slice of life, if you like comedy, if you like drama, whatever it is, there's something for everybody in here, and it balances out so nicely. What can I say, man? Lycoris Recoil. Check it out if you haven't yet. Great series. Give it the 3-episode treatment and see if it hooks you. Definitely hooked me, and yeah, looking forward to the next season. So thank you to everybody who gave this show a mention in the comments. Thank you to everybody for watching today, and I will see you next week. Appreciate y'all. Have a good one. Take care.